Coming to the today's topic, which is, I wanted to do this. Actually, this is like, I'm going to share my own personal journey over the last, I started trading in 2017. Okay. Maybe a couple of years before that. How these tricks has helped me build systems. That is what I would like to share with all of you today. And how those small wins has resulted in lifelong habits for me. How many of you are interested in knowing this? I would like to keep it very short and sweet. I'll try and finish it in the next 10 to 12 minutes. So this is something which has actually, the reason why I gave you this 3-day streak challenge was with the simple intention that how these streaks can help you become. In fact, Rajesh has told us this, Madne has told us this, how small things have led them to identifying bigger things on the way. The first thing which starts with is you always start with small wins. Don't focus on, like, for example, when people come into investing and trading, I tell them that don't become under the intention that, oh, okay, every month I want to be consistent. I want to make 20% returns every month. Don't come with that intention. You can keep that as your bigger goal, but you need to break down that bigger goal into smaller ones so that you can enjoy the process of reaching there. When you take gradual steps and reach your ultimate goal, the kind of satisfaction what you get is at a different level. The 3-day streak challenge, whoever took it, is proof that action is possible. All it takes for you to is to take action. Let it be small actions. Once you start taking small actions, it builds a momentum and confidence. Rajesh is a living example for that. It is also shows that consistency is not scary. Consistency doesn't mean that you are putting yourself under pressure. Consistency is about doing things at your own pace, no problem, but doing it regularly. Don't focus on the end result, focus on the process. Results will automatically come. Second thing is why small wins matter. It actually, scientifically, if you look at it, it actually rewires, like how Dandapani was sharing today. How do you develop willpower? It starts with completing whatever you have started, doing things slightly better than what you did yesterday, and also pushing yourself to become take the next small step. It actually rewires our brain for maintaining this discipline. And of course, the dopamine effect, feel good factor that, you have been able to do something, you've been able to, live up to yourself, not prove something to someone, but to prove something to yourself. Okay. It also shifts your identity that it is not that you are only a trader and an user. It also shows in other aspects of life, like, most of us have experienced. It affects in our other aspects as well. And over time, it compounds into bigger results over time. So this is the second part. The third part is systems. Now, systems doesn't mean automation, invest on some automation tool that this and nothing like that. Keep it simple. Like, for example, I define my daily rituals. I have a very set way of doing things so that my brains are used for something more important. I wake up at a fixed time. I do my, things for my mind, my body. Then I prepare for my day and everything is, put into the system. I don't have to remember. I have not forgotten anything. Okay. This is what daily rituals actually helps, which includes your pre-market prep, your journaling, how you review things, all that becomes part of it. Okay. And try to automate as much as possible. There are many people in our community who know how to set alerts now. In fact, Rakesh shared the other day. You don't have to sit in front of the charts. See, what we learn here is how to identify levels. Once you identify levels, all you need to do is set an alert into the system. You don't need to sit in front of the system. Follow the plan. Follow the plan to the core. Third one is about building accountability. I know all of you are aware by now that how important it is to be accountable. You can choose your accountability partner, somebody whom you trust, somebody who can give you an honest feedback. That is what an accountability partner is for. not to point out your mistakes, but to remind you that, yes, you are supposed to, do this. You're not done that. Do you need some help? That is what is the job of an accountability partner. So you can choose anyone in the community, or, you can, in fact, all of us are accountable to each other. You don't even need to kind of find one person. In fact, you can start interacting on the group. And what actually this does is it reduces your dependency on motivation. Now, this is something which I strongly believe in. I don't look for motivation outside. Motivation is there within us. If you start looking at outside motivation, what happens is it is short-lived. Motivation should come from within. So this comes by relying on a structure, small things. You decide that, okay, every day I will spend 10 minutes analyzing the chart. Do it consistently. Fix a timing, start doing it. Slowly you can add layers to layers, layers to layers, and that is how we improve. That is the simplest thing to kind of improve. So reduce the dependency on motivation. The fourth one is from short term to lifelong habits. Now, this is something called as habit stacking. Now, all of us know how important habits are. That is why they say, right, if you do something for 21 days continuously, it will become a habit. What is most important is what is that you want to do for 21 days. Deciding that is the biggest thing. And all of us are unique. So don't try to copy someone because, okay, because Rajesh is walking for 8,000 steps, let me also do it. No. Choose something which you can sustain yourself. Kiran does every day 45 minutes of yoga. Let me also start doing. Okay, I do a meditation for 30 minutes a day. I'll also do it. No. Choose something which suits you and stick to it. Build a routine about what. Like, for example, I always tell this, believe this is like, there is no two investor or trader alike. We cannot copy somebody else's system and, become consistent. No, we need to find what suits us, what suits our personality, what suits our requirements, and build things around it. That is the first thing. So develop these good habits. Like, for example, every day I say, something about sharing, something about learning, about marking the charts, doing our analysis or whatever. The second one, biggest one, which I feel is the most important differentiator between all of us to people outside, is we focus or we think in terms of probabilities, not certainties. Life is all about probability. It is not about certainty. So why do you want to make a difference with the financial markets? It's the same thing. It is about probability. Only if there is a probability of good risk reward, you take that opportunity. Otherwise, just let it go. This is how we keep away emotions from our decision making. Focus on probabilities. My decision making process is simple with everything in life. If there is no one is to do this risk reward, that thing is not for me. Then the third one is learn to celebrate the progress. Appreciate yourself for the efforts you're putting in. Don't beat yourself down that, okay, you're not getting results. Think what you should do so that you should start getting results. There might be something which is missing. Focus on that. And always think in long term. See, trading and investing is a long term marathon. It is not a sprint. If you start going with full speed as soon as you are out of the blocks, let me tell you, you will not be able to even finish the 100 meters. It is about marathon. Marathon means you need to conserve your energy. You should know when to put your feet on the pedal, when to take your feet off the pedal. And it all depends on our individual choices. So don't try to kind of, imbibe or copy someone. Don't do it. See, as part of the community, we are, blessed in a way that, okay, we can have so many options, so many varieties and so many ways of doing things. The reason I do that is very simple, so that you can pick what suits you. That is what I believe in. There is no standard recipe. Now, I mean, I know there are so many coaches outside who teach about the stock trading and all that. Why is it that they are not able to, make a difference? Because they give you one standard recipe which works for them. They try to impose it on you, which will not work. And let me tell you, there is no holy grail strategy in this world. And let me tell you, there is no strategy like that. It is all about understanding price action, understanding how the charts are communicating to you and having a system-based, rule-based decision-making process. Always, yes, please think in terms of long term. Then comes the last part, which is the formula. It's very simple. Streaks leads to actions. Action leads to wins. Wins improve your confidence. And once you have confidence, you will build your own systems around it. That leads to a structure, and this system will lead to habits, which creates a special identity for you. And this is what gives you real success. This is the simplest formula what you can find anywhere. I know it takes effort doing this, but believe me, whatever I am today, whatever I have been doing, whatever success I have is all because of this. I have a final takeaway for all of you as a community. Start small, prove yourself that you are consistent. Do start with small things. Don't take big things. Small things. Then convert these small wins into your personal system, the personal way you want to grow, personal way you want to adapt. You can take as much time, but as much time doesn't mean that I'll take my own sweet time. You need to be, thoda to pace chahiye. Okay, we can't take it so easy because see, time doesn't wait for anyone. Once you lose your time, see, I mean, according to me, time is the biggest currency you have, which you once it is lost, you can't gain it back. So please respect that time and convert these tricks into your personal system and let these systems shape your investing or trading or any other habit. It's not only for investing and trading, it's about anything. And the final simple thing to that whole big formula, if you want to concise, it's 3 steps simple. Develop good habits so that you get consistency. And if you are consistent, nobody can stop you from achieving your results, whatever it is. And I'm not joking. These are all some things which I practice on a daily basis. Now, me talking all this is because of doing these things for the last 12, 14 years.